Today we're going to be testing out the official Samsung privacy screen protector as well as the anti-reflecting screen protector for the brand new Galaxy Tab S9 Ultra. Now make sure you stick with me to the end of the video because I will be doing the installation for both these screen protectors, and by the end of this video you'll know whether or not these screen protectors are worth your time. And if you do want to pick them up, I will be putting product links in the video description. So let's get started. And here we have the official Samsung privacy screen protector. So this is pretty unexpected. It's not really a screen protector that goes right on top of your screen. It actually clips onto the bottom of the tablet with these little connectors here, and then it's just a thick piece of privacy plastic. That's pretty much it. So there's really nothing to install. We really just have to clip this onto our tablet just like that, and then fold it over the front. And you're done. Now this is actually a pretty cool idea, but now you're not going to be able to use any other accessories because the spot is being taken up by this privacy screen protector. And the only case you're really going to be able to put on here is the SmartBook cover made by Samsung. And I actually have that piece right here. So if we just put this over the back, just like that, it clips into place magnetically. So now the back of your tablet is covered. You have that origami stand, and the front cover of your screen is now protected by that screen protector. But now you don't have any real drop protection for the front of your case. But if you're just using that book cover, this will protect your screen just the same. So as you can see, the screen is matte and it pretty much reflects any light coming onto the screen. Touch seems to work pretty good as well. There is one thing that is concerning, but I'll tell you that in just a second. And as you can see, it does pick up smudges and fingerprints pretty good as well. As you can see, a whole bunch of smudges there and all over the top. Let's see how easily they clean up. They seem to clean up fairly easily. There's still a little smudge right on the side here, but for the most part, it's not too bad. So it does seem to pick up fingerprints, but you should be able to pretty much wipe those away. Now, as far as that privacy goes, when you turn it to the sides, as you can see, the screen totally disappears. But if you do it up and down, there is no effect. It's only to the left and to the right of you that people can't see. If somebody's looking over your shoulder, they're going to be able to see what's on your screen. Now, the one thing that does concern me is this bottom part here. It got this little plastic bump, and it's right up against the little bar here where you're supposed to swipe up. And as you can see, nothing is happening. You really have to push your finger in there to get this to go up, which I don't really care for. So that might be a deal breaker for you. I definitely know it is for me because when I want to swipe up, I don't want this thing to just be in the way and me not be able to swipe up all the time. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. And then if you want to open up the screen, you can easily do that, but I don't know that anybody would probably want to do that. And if we look at the top, you can still easily access your buttons and your micro SD card slot without any issues. And worst comes to worst, if you did need to open up this cover, you could very easily. Now, as far as scratches and drops goes, this is definitely going to protect your screen a lot better than any film screen protector that you're going to put on the screen. So if you happen to run a key or something across your screen will not get scratched at all. And if you happen to drop something on the screen protector itself is not going to just crack or break, and it's also going to protect your screen as well. I'd even dare to say this would protect your screen better than a tempered glass screen protector. And then let's try our S Pen. So the S Pen does seem to work through the screen protector. There is a good bit of resistance. It kind of feels like you're writing on wood or something like that. It's not smooth at all. It feels really weird. Now I know this is going to sound weird, but when I draw on this screen, it makes me feel like I have one of those wooden tongue depressors being stuck in my mouth. Oh God, it's horrible. That's the feeling I get when I write on this screen. It's like trying to draw on wood. It's bad. So the S Pen does work on the screen, but it feels really weird and it might give you that feeling like I just explained to you. So really, unless you have that SmartBook cover by Samsung, I don't know that you're going to want to get this accessory because, like I said, you're not going to be able to use any other case or accessories because it's being taken up by the screen protector already. And I really don't like the fact that it just kind of flops open like that. I guess it's just like a book cover though, but the privacy screen part of it does seem to work pretty well. It does seem to pick up some fingerprints, but you should easily be able to wipe those away. The most concerning thing for me was that's like swiping up from the bottom, not reacting the same way all the time. It's like it's not consistent. So sometimes it would work and sometimes it won't. I need consistency. So this is a really cool idea, but because the fact that the bottom part swipe doesn't work all the time, and the fact that you can't use any other accessories for this, I would not recommend the screen protector, and I'm going to give it a thumbs down. And then here we have the anti-reflecting film screen protector by Samsung. So you get one film screen protector, 2 installation guides, a squeegee, and some wipes. So the first thing you're going to want to do is to clean off your screen. The next thing you're going to want to do is to take your guides and peel off this little blue tape. And we're going to put them in opposite corners here. I have the top part with the cameras facing down. Then we're going to take our screen protector, make sure that this little notch here for your camera goes towards the camera on the tablet, and we're going to remove this part right here. Again, make sure that the camera portion goes towards the camera on your tablet. Put the little holes over the posts in the guide. Making sure that the little cutout for the camera is perfectly placed. Once you see that it's perfectly placed, we're going to take our squeegee and we're going to just squeegee down that middle portion. Then once that's done, we're going to take our squeegee, put it in the middle. We're going to lift up on part number 2, making sure that this piece goes up and over your tablet screen. Then we're going to do the same thing for the other side. We'll put our squeegee in the middle here, lift this up, make sure it goes up and over your screen. Squeeze this out. Then once everything looks good, we're going to very carefully peel up the top layer, making sure you don't take the screen protector with it. And then you can try to squeegee out any remaining bubbles you might see. Then once you get all the bubbles out, you can remove your guides. Now immediately when I look at the screen, you can see that there are these 2 lines on each side of the screen that go all the way up to the top. Now these 2 lines aren't totally stuck down on the screen, but as you can see, I've tried to kind of get out the best that I could, but you can still see those lines. And even if it is stuck down, the portion that is on the screen, I can kind of still see those lines as well. They may disappear, but for right now, they're not. So that's definitely a con. As far as touch goes, it feels pretty smooth. There is some resistance on this screen. It does seem to leave a slight gap all the way around the screen as well. We're going to test this out with the case to see if it's case friendly. The cutout for the camera is perfect, so that's not an issue. Let's see if our fingerprints still work. Yep, fingerprints still work. Touch still works. The edge in the bottom here is a little sharp, so your finger kind of catches on the screen protector, but as you can see, touch is working perfectly fine. And I'm not sure why this says it's an anti-reflecting screen protector, because it's totally clear. It's not matte, and as you can see, I can see every reflection inside the screen protector perfectly fine. So I think they made a little mistake there. That's really odd. But I don't see any bubbles and I don't see any lifting, so that's one plus. But as you can see, touch is working perfectly fine, no issues there. As far as fingerprints goes, the tablet does seem to pick up some fingerprints, but they easily just wipe away without any issues. Actually, I do see one little bubble there. That might be just a piece of dust stuck underneath the screen though. All right, let's test out our S Pen. S Pen works perfectly fine with the screen protector. There is some resistance, but not a ton. It seems pretty smooth. Now let's put it in our case and see how well that works. Okay, so here it is in our case. It looks like the screen protector comes right up to the edge of the case itself, and I don't see any lifting or bubbles. So this may or may not work with the case that you're going to use. You're just going to need to try it out because not all cases are created equal. But it does look to fit this case perfectly. So now let's test out the scratch resistance. Now, typically these film screen protectors start to scratch at around a level 2. So that's what we're going to start off with because 2 is the lowest that we can start with. And then here is the number 2, which is plastic itself. So it does seem to be making very slight markings right there at the level 2. I tried to wipe them away, but they are still there. So now let's move on to a number 3. Now here's the number 3, which is a copper tip. This is where these screen protectors typically really fail. So there, as you can see, it made some pretty deep gouges, and these are not going to go away. So scratch resistance is pretty much on par with other film screen protectors of the same type. And then if you want to take the screen protector off, you just simply peel that up by one end. And as you can see, the screen is perfectly fine. So like I mentioned before, I'm not sure why this screen protector says it's anti-reflecting because it's clearly not. It's clearly glossy and you can see everything perfectly fine, just like a mirror. It also has those lines going down the middle of the screen, which I absolutely do not like. Touch and fingerprints seem to do pretty good on the screen. It does seem to be case friendly, and scratch resistance again is pretty standard. And all that being said, I would not recommend the screen protector because 1, it says that's anti-reflecting, which it is clearly not, and 2, it's got these lines that go up the middle of the screen, which are super annoying. So again, I would not recommend the screen protector, and I'm going to give it a thumbs down. So that's it for the official privacy screen protector and the anti-reflective screen protector made by Samsung for the brand new Galaxy Tab S9 Ultra. What did you guys think about that privacy screen protector? Let me know what you thought in the comments below. And again, if you guys want to pick either one of these up, I will be putting product links in the video description. And if you guys enjoyed the video, it would really help out the channel if you gave me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.